अब हम शुरू करने जा रहे हैं ओडिशा एग्जाम का लास्ट पार्ट, दैट इज पार्ट 4। 60 क्वेश्चंस मैं आपको ऑलरेडी करवा चुकी हूँ। क्वेश्चन नंबर 61 से शुरू करेंगे। इन कास्ट्स इन इंडिया विच सोशियोलॉजिस्ट कोटेड बाय अम्बेडकर आइडेंटिफाइज प्रोहिबिशन ऑफ इंटरमैरिज एंड मेंबरशिप बाय ऑटोजेनी एज की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ कास्ट। ऑप्शन सी डॉक्टर केतकर इसका राइट आंसर है। Question 62. How, according to Ambedkar, does a caste deal with the problem of the surplus man? इसका राइट आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, he is allowed to marry a girl not yet marriageable। ये है हमारा क्वेश्चन नंबर 63, जिसका आंसर है ऑप्शन नंबर सी। Which three laws of imitation as proposed by the French sociologist Gabriel Tard does Ambedkar draw upon for his thesis on the origins of caste in India? The law of close contact, the law of imitation of superiors by inferiors, and the law of insertion. According to Gabriel Tard's law of imitation, Ambedkar argues that we tend to imitate those who are both most superior to us and nearest to us. Next question. Modeled on Voltaire and Francis Bacon's use of the fictional frame of an imaginary journey to impart scientific or philosophical contact, Ruqayya Shekhawat Hussein's Sultana's Dream closely resembles the tradition of Conte philosophy. Option B राइट आंसर है। सुल्ताना's Dream 1905 का बंगाली फेमिनिस्ट यूटोपियन स्टोरी है, written in English by Begum Ruqayya, also known as Ruqayya Shekhawat Hussain, a Muslim feminist writer and social reformer from Bengal. Next question, question 65. Who serves as a guide to the narrator of Sultana's Dream in a journey to Ladyland? और इसका राइट आंसर है ऑप्शन सी। क्वेश्चन 66 का राइट आंसर है ऑप्शन बी, मर्दाना। Where do the women in Ladyland keep the men? That is Mardana. Question 67. According to Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, why do some people suggest using the term human rights instead of feminist? Because they think feminist is of course part of human rights in general. They think it will be more universally accepted. Question 68. What reason does Adichie provides in her essay, We Should All Be Feminist, for why some men feel threatened by feminism? Option B, because their sense of self-worth is tied to traditional gender roles. वो insecurity आती है triggered by how boys are brought up and how their sense of self-worth is diminished if they are not naturally in charge as men. So option B here is the right answer. Next question, what is the main difference between gender and class in terms of social privilege? Social privilege related to power. Those in dominant groups in society that hold more power also experience more privilege. This is the case for various identities such as gender के केस में men, race के केस में white, sexual orientation के केस में heterosexual, religion के केस में mostly it is Christianity, और ability का केस अगर देखा जाए तो someone who is not affected with disability. So question 69 हमें कह रहा है what is the main difference between gender and class in terms of social privilege? तो हमारा right answer रहेगा option C. Class privileges are dependent on wealth while gender privileges are not. Question 70. What is the primary criticism of Indian secularism according to Western journalists as advanced by Amartya Sen, जो Nobel Prize winner भी हैं, in his essay Secularism and Discontents? Option A इसका right answer होना चाहिए. It is too accommodating of minority religions. In the guise of secularism, the Indian constitution and political and legal traditions really favor the minority community. I will not take the name of any community, giving them privileged status not enjoyed by majority communities. Next question, how does the prior identity critique differ from other critiques of secularism in India? Prior identity बाकी identity से different कैसे होती है? Option A इसका बिल्कुल correct explanation है. It attacks the modernist approach of secularism by longing for India's past peaceful coexistence of religion, unlike other critiques focusing on religious favoritism or non-existence. Option A, right answer. Next question, who among the following advocated for the revival of India's spiritual heritage as the key driving force behind India's Renaissance? यहाँ पर राइट आंसर रहेगा ऑप्शन सी, श्री अरबिंदो। अ डिफेंस ऑफ इंडियन कल्चर में उन्होंने ये बात कही है। Rabindranath Tagore's essay Nationalism on India was a part of series of lectures that were delivered in option C, Japan. Next question, question 74. The humility should be added to the code of rules and observances of the Satyagraha Ashram was suggested by whom? जब सत्याग्रह आश्रम की बात आती है तो we think of Mahatma Gandhi, but here the correct answer is Shri Gurudas Banerjee. For the conduct of ashram, a code of rules and observations were necessary. A draft was therefore prepared and many people and friends were invited to express their opinions on it. And amongst the many opinions that were received, that of Sir Gurudas Banerjee is still in the memory of people. He liked the rules but suggested that humility should be added as one of the observances, as he believed that the younger generation sadly lacked humility. तो humility यहाँ पर right answer रहेगा ऑप्शन यहाँ पर right answer रहेगा humility के लिए सर गुरुदास बैनर्जी. Next question is about the agricultural system that was enforced in Champaran, where tenants were required to dedicate a portion of their land to a specific crop. Teen Kathiya system is the system. It was the dominant system of indigo cultivation in Champaran by European planters. Question 76 में एक छोटा सा passage है, आइए पढ़ते हैं. One New York publisher has estimated that 50,000 to 60,000 people in United States want an anthology that includes the complete works of William Shakespeare. And what accounts for this renewed interest in Shakespeare? As scholars point out, the psychological insight he portrays in both male and female characters are amazing even today. पैराग्राफ क्या सपोर्ट करता है? पैराग्राफ सपोर्ट करता है शेक्सपियर के क्रिएट किए गए कैरेक्टर्स को. पीपल टुडे आर इंटरेस्टेड इन शेक्सपियर्स वर्क बिकॉज ऑफ द कैरेक्टर्स. ऑप्शन बी राइट आंसर रहेगा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. It weighs less than 3 pounds and is hardly more interesting to look at than an overly ripe cauliflower. It has created poetry and music, planned and executed horrific wars, and devised intricate scientific theories. It thinks and dreams, plots and schemes, and easily holds more information than all the libraries on the earth. ब्रेन के बारे में बात हो रही है. Nevertheless, the human brain is the most mysterious and complex object on this earth. Option C here is the right answer. Next question, read the following sentence and choose the best definition for the underlined word. You cannot become a certified teacher without completing the prerequisite student teaching assignment. इसका मतलब होगा required. The term prerequisite indicates that this assignment is very much essential. Essential is required. अब हम एक एक्सट्रैक्ट पढ़ने वाले हैं एल्फ्रेड टेनिसन का. He clasped the crab with crooked hands close to the sun in lonely lands ringed with the azure world. He stands, the wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. He watches from his mountain walls and like a thunderbolt he falls. Given the tone of the poetry and noting specifically the last line, and like a thunderbolt he falls, what is the eagle most likely doing in this poetry? Saying that the eagle watches and then falls like a thunderbolt implies alertness and then striking respectively. So the most logical choice is that eagle is hunting. Option B, hunting prey, should be the right answer. And the last question, To which of the following do the underlined word azure world in the above poem titled The Eagle most likely refer? Tennyson uses the color word azure, which literally means bright blue, and this blue sky is basically ringed around the eagle. So most probably the answer should be option D, the sky. So here we come to the end of the analysis of this question paper. Please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel and provide your valuable feedback in comments.